First thing that you can notice is the SRC, of course. Let's just start with the backend. The core of the backend is this place called contracts, custom contracts. Inside the custom contracts, get started with these few functions right now. You have delete custom contract. You enter the ID, then it will call this method. So you can see I'm not calling any static here. I'm calling the statics inside the struct. So you go to the struct here, you will find contract store. And if you go to the lib.rs, you will find the contract store right here. I am defining it using the stable, IC stable structure, and I'm using this memory, and I'm defining multiple statics here separately. To delete contracts, I have to make sure there's no promises that are not released yet. You can see here I'm checking if there are promises that are not released. So if there are promises still not released but it's confirmed or claimed by the receiver, you cannot actually delete this contract. It will turn for you this result from here, which is can be an error like you cannot delete other people's contracts, or in other case contract with unreleased promises cannot be deleted, and normally if everything was fine you can just delete the contract. So this is one way to guarantee for people they are to receive their promises. You cannot just promise someone else delete it. If you go to confirm C payment, now the letter C stands for contract, which is a contract payment. Someone make a promise, the receiver called this, maybe I will rename it to something less confusing. So confirmed C payment, you can call it to claim the promise. So it will just here, this is all this code, all what it does, it just go down to search by the promise and then find, and then it's set it to confirmed by the receiver. And you have to be the receiver, by the way, first of all, to be able to do this action. And when you do that, you will guarantee your rights, and you can call this function from your notifications. So here in the notification, when someone make you a promise, you will find it here, and then you will click on this notification and it will show you a pop-up, and in this pop-up you can confirm, object, or actually this is the core of our project. This is where you can find it. You can see here the C payment, which is the contract payment. This, the most important implementation, which is pay, and it will check few things before it can release the payment. Of course, it will update the wallet. So this is first of all. Also, this payment actually off the chain, it is layer 2. We have our own layer 2. The only on-chain transactions that we are doing is when you deposit and when you withdraw. So right here in the wallet, most of these we don't use it, just in case in the future. So we have function deposit. It doesn't take anything, but it will check, it will get your balance, which will call the ICRC1 balance of the caller, this person. So what you are doing actually, you are making transactions to your own principal, and then we will automatically check how much money you actually put here, and then after this we will just take this and send it to our own wallet. You can see here transfer from this caller, and the transfer from, it will transfer it from you to us. So you can see two. If you look carefully, I'm calling ICCDK ID, which is the ID of this backend canister. Maybe in the contracts you have tables, which is right here. You have subcontract, which is I'm calling C contract. And this is just like a normal table, but the thing is, on each table you can set permissions. Front end, we go to app.txt and you will find everything here in the app. So you have the top nav bar, which is right here, the side nav, which is, I'm just calling it nav bar, which is this one, and you will find something a bit weird maybe, which is the provider, drag and drop provider. Actually this work only for this drag and drop functionality right here. Let's just say you have 1, 2, 3, something like this. If you want to drag and drop this, it will be the provider of that. Odoc editor version 2. So it's a separate package. It's using Plate.js, which is built on top of Slate.js. It will give us all of this. If we go to this place, the pages, which is the core of our front end, it will show you interesting stuff. File content page. it will show you it is this one. It's right here. I will show you interesting thing that we are doing, which is multi-save or multi-update. We are calling this because in normal Web 2, we just make this change and save it right away to the backend. It's continuously updating the backend. But what we are doing here, you make this change, you go here, you make another change, you create a contract, and you hit save. It will save everything for you, okay, at once. Because it's cycles consuming if you every time you hit something that keeps save for you. I have this interesting data processing. You have the main two things, serialize and deserialize. So right here in the multi-save, I'm calling this function serialize contents. The changes of the contents are stored in a tree, and this it's the nest the tree to make it flat